I'm Jeanna Loves Christmas. Welcome back to the channel for Christmasing. Today I'm going to create a treasure tree. A treasure tree is a Christmas tree filled with all of your treasured ornaments. Whether they were handmade by your children, whether they are Radko's finest, it is a tree filled with treasures. How do you take your treasures and create a designer Christmas tree? It's easy. We're gonna build a base. It'll be very consistent. The whole time you're gonna be like, where are the treasures, Jeanna? I don't see any of your treasures. And then I'm gonna bring out my treasures as soon as the base is built, because the treasures are the star. And when a show is happening, the star doesn't just show up immediately. The star comes in at the end and takes all the credit. That's what my ornaments are going to do. Let's get started. This tree is also 7.5 feet. I like to work on a 6.5 foot tree when we're filming, because then I don't have to be on a ladder. And I don't have a ladder with me for the top. So basically I'm telling you I'm getting on the step stool. If I fall, everybody dive onto the ground. And then it will take attention away from the fact that I'm the one that fell. Okay, my ribbon recipe. I'm working with 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 yards of ribbon. She's not gonna be heavily ribboned, but she's just gonna have enough to give her all that she movement. If you're not a bow maker, that's okay. I am. And I do have a YouTube video called, don't watch it now, we're very busy decorating a treasure tree. But I do have a YouTube video called 3 Simple Loops or Bow Like a Pro. I don't know, Kyle's the one that names these. But watch that, it's good. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram and I will answer them. I'm gonna go in with a single loop, super simple little bow. And it's gonna go right on the top. Okay. Remember, we have a pact. If I go down, we all go down. And I'm gonna get my single loop right here at the top. Oh, she's giving gorgeous. She's so pretty. I'm gonna get her in there, just hit the top. So what happens when you hit the top of your ribbon? When I hit the top, I reactivated the roll, because ribbon's living on a roll. When I reactivated the roll, all the good stuff came back. And instantly, we've got something real pretty going on. That feels like enough to me. Does it feel like enough to you? A lot of people don't like to cut their ribbon. Jeanna, I spent so much money on it. That's fine. You can cut it, just cut the ribbon. You just want it to do its thing. I don't need a whole 10 yards of red ribbon trekking down my tree. You don't either. Don't be afraid to cut your ribbon. When you're done, you just roll it back up and you can use it. Trust me, you're gonna wanna cut it another time. So now I'm gonna work it around the other side. I'm gonna stay with a single loop. I had no plan when I started. I picked this ribbon out just a few minutes before the camera turned on, because my recipe is gorgeous. And when your recipe is pretty, no matter what you make, it's going to be beautiful. And I know I have enough quantity of what I'm going to use today. So do I know what this tree is going to look like? I mean, we're just designing as we go. I'm gonna do what feels good. I'm working on a Bayport. This is a new tree for Vickerman. She's my favorite tree. Because of that, hold on, this is a note just for Vickerman. I need her to come back in every single size, and I need a trim version. Okay, I think they got the memo. I'm gonna do one more in the front, coming down. So I'm building a pattern. One side, the other side. Where do you think the third's gonna go? Where do you think the third's gonna go? You'd be right. I cut my ribbon at an angle because I like it that way. If you like to do your ribbon with a little fish mermaid tail, knock yourself out. Why? Because it's your tree and you can do whatever you want. Next, I'm going in with Simply Plaid. It's a classic plaid. This might seem a little unexpected with my red golden nugget velvet, but I like it. We're gonna see how it works out for us. I'm also gonna stick with single loops because I had 2 rolls of the 4-inch golden nugget. I used all of it. And I only have 2 rolls of the plaid. So how do you know how much to use, or what if you're gonna run out? Well, you can only use as much as you have. Okay, going up. And, I'm just gonna marry my 2 single loops right in the top. Oh, that's so pretty. I love when a good plaid comes together. And I'm using the PVC branch in the back to wrap around my ribbon. That's what's holding it in there. So it's not gonna come out if my toddler pulls on it. I don't have a toddler. But if I had one or a friend had one and came over and tugged on my tree, we'd be fine. And just like that, front's done. I'm gonna make the back match. Royal blue velvet. I have like, that's what makes you come alive. That's how you're gonna feel when you see the blue in. This is gonna bring this whole look to life. I know it looks like it has a lot of life to it yet, but just wait, it's gonna have more. I only have one roll of this, 10 yards. I'm gonna make it count. I'm still just doing single loops because I'm just trying to create the body in the tree. This tree's not about ribbon. I know there's a lot of it, but you'll see why in a few. And in a few spots, I'm gonna marry them, and I'm only gonna do a little. But I'm gonna do it all around the tree. One little teaser at the top, just a little, and marrying also into that same. So that original top grouping, I've got those 3 ribbons overlapping. I'm going in next with Black Glitter Magic. I love black. I know not everybody likes black on their Christmas tree. I do, and this is my tree. Watch this transform. This, we need it. We need it, and I'm doing it. Everything about this is so rich and beautiful. And even the black's gonna play on the heirloom ornaments. You don't have to add black to your tree. I'm not trying to do the hard sell, but just trying to justify my love for it. And I'm done with ribbon. I'm gonna go in and put in, usually when I do a Christmas tree, I will always do the top first. The top is like the face, so you wanna make sure you're camera ready, and then you get dressed. Because I was doing so much ribboning and we're filming something super cool for Instagram, I had to get the ribboning portion done first. So I'm gonna go pop in a few picks on top, just do like I'm doing my hair, and then we're going to proceed with the tree of the treasures. Okay, I popped my pick. What does that mean? I bent it and then I released it, because a pick is like, it comes in a package like that, and that's not optimal. Pop it, and all of a sudden it's like singing, ah, and then it can go in. Yeah, I like that. I'm not actually going to put all the picks in right now. I just wanted to get a little bit of a style going in the top of the tree before I added my ornaments. And I think this is gonna be the completion of my hairstyle on the top. Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's get to the ornamenting. Let's ornament the tree. Next, I'm going in with these red shiny ornaments. They are reflective. Things that are reflective are good. They reflect light. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tuck these deep into the heart of my tree. I'm going in here. These aren't gonna live out here. This is for our heirloom ornaments. They're going to go in here. Normally I'd go in a pattern. Instead, I'm going to start at the top. I'm gonna look for wherever they may need to be placed, and I'm gonna get them in there all the way around the tree. And then we're just gonna move right on. My next base layer is going to be this red translucent ornament. Light travels through it, it's pretty, it's not gonna steal the show from our starring act treasures. And I'm gonna tuck these deep in, they're gonna dance on the branch. The treasure ornaments, I promise you I have them. Treasure ornaments, they drip off the branch. They're not dancers, they just drip right off. Dancing ornaments get tucked into the branches, and that creates all sorts of extra color coming up through your tree. When you have a dripping ornament, only this branch is in action. Well, what happens to the one below it? Ornaments dance on them. That's what we do with them. I'm going in next with my green translucent glass because green is super Christmassy and it goes well with red. I'm gonna pair these through, and then the treasures are on their way. Almost there. I'm going in with my glitter Shatterproof. I'm gonna load up the bottom branches. I wanna make sure the entire tree has sparkle. I'm gonna leave a lot of the green showing. I know some of you already think, you can't see the tree. You're wrong, you can totally see the tree. But I usually really like to pack it in there, and I'm gonna leave a lot of green showing. So I wanna make sure that every single bit of the green has a little sparkle in it. Now, when you place your treasures on the tree, this is an important pro tip. You're gonna put your finger right there because you're holding on to that piece that sometimes comes out when you're a little rough on it. So you're gonna hold it, and that's just protecting your ornament. It's a smart thing, it's an investment. So our Christopher Radko ornaments are the treasures, and we do not plan to break any of them. Now, as you can see, I was just with one hand putting my ornaments on. I'm double twisting on all of these. They're not going anywhere. If I needed to if I wanted to rotate my tree, the ornaments aren't going to fall off. So all of my sweet little ornaments, Mr. Claus, Mrs. Claus, all of my sweet little ornaments are gonna be placed in those holes, filling up that space. It's like it all just came together. This is such a special ornament to me. My very first client, her name was Sherry. She was like a parent to me. She was so special, and she passed away a few years ago in 2020. And I opened this box. I did a box opening of our ornaments. And when I opened this box, I mean, it looks like her. So it's not called Sherry Angel, but it's Joy Angel, but I've renamed it. It's unofficial. So if you're trying to buy it, look for Joy. Think of Sherry. I love presents. I'm known for presents. I'm known for lots of boxes wrapped perfectly with nothing but my love in them. And this is a little stack of boxes, and I love this ornament. And the detail on the bottom is the same. Come on. The detail, so I have to hang this up high because I want people to be able to see the bottom. Yeah, it's going right here. This one is also so special to me. This is a Alpine A-frame Santa, and my sweetest friend, Al, Santa Al, he passed away this year, a few months ago. It's my first Christmas without him. And this is an Alpine A-frame, it's like for Santa Al, so it's very special. I really wanted to do a tree of Santas for him, and this is well, feeling very fortunate. Blue moon, he's going in right here. So I know my tree seemed really full, but as you can tell, I'm filling in all of those holes that were left that apparently only I could see. This is another Santa. All Santas are a little different, and I love that too. Like I have a Santa. My Santa was Santa Al. Everyone has a Santa, and they are all a little bit different. That's why the Radko ornaments are they're so unique, because there's so many different Santas in the collection, and every single one of them looks different. This is like a dream come true, literally a tree filled with Santa Clauses. This one has forest friends. Forest Santa. A little winter blues Christmas tree. Santa looks like he's riding on my ribbon, coming down on that one. The plaid Santa. So beautiful. The reds, the pewters, another Santa's going in. Red and black, just like my Christmas tree. All my large treasures are placed. I'm gonna put her on rotation, and I'm gonna go get my little baby gem ornaments. Medium ornaments next, and then the little gems will be at the end. This is a special edition, so I'm gonna find it an extra special home. Beautiful, more Santas. We're gonna load this up. This rocking horse. Looking to see where I need, one, the multitude of color, because that's what these ornaments are bringing into play. All sorts of new color. But also anywhere I still have a little bit of a hole. Everybody has a last ornament. It's the one you save until the very end to put on your tree, and this is my last ornament. I am going to load my tree up with picks, and then the last ornament. Away in a manger. He's born in a manger without a pine tree in sight. He'll always be the reason for the season. A million memories are tucked into these branches for me. This is the Christopher Radko Roaring Royalty ornament. It's a little lion. I'm a Leo, and I tucked it right here between Santa and Sherry and Jesus. Thank you for Christmasing with me today.